most famous physical therapist on the internet.
Hi, folks. I'm Bob Shaw, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Today we're going to talk about how to decrease shoulder pain in the car. A lot of us spend a lot of time sitting in cars. Maybe a little bit less now with the COVID-19. People might be watching this hopefully years later and it's
Right.
over. But the problem is with the typical posture in the car is what you'll see quite often is people starting, well, let's do this, Brad, even. I'm going to put this back. We just did this.
There you go.
Now I'm going to put this back, and they kind of lean like this, and they round out like this. They have their head forward, and then they put their arms up on the steering wheel.
Oh, here.
Yeah, give me the steering wheel.
This is a physical therapist imagination car.
Right. Yeah, got to put the horn this way,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So I'm up like this. Now look at the stress on my shoulder. And the thing is, when you're rounded out like this in this bad position, I don't have much more range here. I'm already starting to pinch the shoulder here.
Sure.
So what you want to do is straighten up like this.
Yep.
And lower your arms. We're going to show you how to do all this. But also now I have more range when I'm sitting straight up and down like this.
Not that you're going to be reaching overhead in your car, but it opens up the shoulder
it
joint.
opens the shoulder. Good point, Brad. All right, so the first thing is you want to, the adjustments you want to make is you want to make sure you have a back support
Right.
in your car.
Well, and your car seat, if you do have it tilted back, adjust it, get it forward, get yourself far enough away from the steering wheel or close enough so you're not reaching out.
Right. You don't want to, I'll mention that again, Brad. I'll show it.
Yep.
You know.
Sometimes you may not even be aware that your seat is not adjusted.
Yeah. You don't want to be possibly totally up and down.
Right.
But a little bit of incline is fine.
Sure.
But if you have too much, it's just going to be that whole head forward thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much either. So, yes, what you're going to want to do is start with a back support. We recommend often a rolled towel to start off for this reason. I don't know what size you are. I don't know if you're a large person that has a large gap in their back that has, kind of ample buttocks that makes a large gap there. With that type of person, you may need quite a bit of back support in order to fill in that gap.
So you just take a towel and you roll it to the diameter that fits you. You can use tape around it like we did on that one. And once you find what works good, then you can purchase an actual lumbar support.
Of which they make hundreds.
Yep.
So there's hundreds of different sizes and different firmnesses and different shapes.
Right.
And you're just going to have to experiment and see which one works for you.
Exactly right.
Now, I also prefer, like when I use the lumbar or the back support, I prefer that it be a little bit lower.
Yep.
I like it almost over what we call my sacrum or my pelvis. So it's like on my belt line or a little bit below.
Yeah, you may not be able to see it there, but you'll know when it's in the right places. It's going to feel like good support. Your back is going to feel better. And when your lower back is in good support and good posture, it goes all the way up to your shoulders and head.
Exactly. So that the comfort is important. It's not just the positioning of it. So, all right, the next thing is with the steering wheel. Can I have the steering wheel back?
Sure.
So this is what they recommended when you went to driving school, 10 and 2.
Yeah, the hand position here, which brings you up higher.
Yeah.
It may be good for something. I'm not sure what it is good for.
I think it was control, but it really is a hard position on your shoulders.
Maybe it came from back before there was power steering. I don't know. But,
Sure.
you could really turn a steering wheel quite easily.
So what we're going to recommend, and again, we're trying to get the upper shoulder, upper arm pretty much vertical, like this. So you're going to have to be either at 9 and 3 or 4 and 8.
Sure.
I'm generally, I think, at 4 and 8.
Sure.
And I like to even lean it on the armrest a little bit, especially with the arm vertical. The forearm is
So
pretty
are you
much
actually
level.
leaning it or just
Not leaning.
taking the weight of the arm?
Right. Good point. I'm not leaning on it,
Right.
which is hard on the shoulder. So I'm pretty much like this with the steering wheel,
Mm-hmm.
pretty close to it.
Yep.
Otherwise, you're going to be leaning forward. Okay, one thing, Brad, you and I have talked about these before, and I really don't understand it. It's the people that ride motorcycle, and they have their bars set up like this.
Yeah, the ape.
The ape
The
handles.
grape ape. I don't know. I've ridden motorcycles for probably at least 40 years of my life. I haven't in the last 10 years, but I think they look all right. Maybe cool. I can understand
do
people
look
really
cool, huh?
liking them, but I'm thinking they're going to take a little bit out of their shoulders. But you know,
I mean, to drive like that with the vibration.
I
mean,
imagine if we could interview one of those people, they would say,
no.
"You guys are nuts."
Yeah, it's
you
fine.
know, this is my bike and I'm
Maybe
riding.
they're
it.
hanging while they're driving.
There you go. It might be
There-
a good treatment. Who knows?
All right, the last thing we're going to mention, we already talked about avoid excessive back inclination.
Yes.
But the last thing, and this is one I'm guilty of all the time, Brad, I am always reaching into my back seat.
Yeah.
Not when I'm driving, but like I'll stop and I need something from my back seat, and I'm like, I know I shouldn't be doing this, but you're extending the arm, you're externally rotating or internally rotating. It's just really hard on your shoulder, especially if you're having shoulder problems. So do as I say, not do as I do.
Well, they're not watching. You could have. You didn't even have to say that, Bob. They wouldn't have known it.
No,
But we're all human.
So, by the way, this is the end of this this video.
Yes.
But if you want to get the PDF for this, in other words, a printout of this.
Oh, Bob, what about the dead pedal?
Oh, the dead pedal. Yeah, how come
We
we didn't
can't
mention
forget that.
Sorry.
There's one more important thing for
Yeah.
posture in a car, and the left-hand side of your floorboard,
Right.
to the left of the brake. And most cars, there's going to be what is called a dead pedal. There's a little platform. It's not this big, but it's usually a little smaller. But it's at an angle and it's solid, and you can put your foot there and you can
Push your body back, your
in-
seat back into and what that does, it really corrects your posture.
It does. That works great.
And keeps you in the corrected
Yep.
position, so you're not slumping, and you're not putting pressure on that shoulder.
Right. So a lot of
So-
people aren't even aware of the dead pedal.
Right.
Actually, we didn't know the name of it until a commenter gave us a few years ago, said, it's the dead pedal. It's like, oh, that makes sense.
Sure, it makes
Yeah.
complete sense.
So start using your dead pedal to push your butt back in the car in good posture from the
And you
bottom
can
to the
impre-
shoulder.
You can impress people at parties by using the term dead pedal. So again, what I was talking about, if you're watching this as a part of a series of videos which we have on
Sure.
shoulder pain, go to bobandbrad.com, go to the program section, and you'll find the shoulder series.
Right.
And you'll find a whole bunch of videos there. You'll find this one, and there's actually a printout of it,
Right, PDF.
a PDF that you can print out, and not have to go back and watch all the all the
Right.
suggestions we made.
And it should mention the dead pedal on there.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll have a picture of it, but
I think we will. And by the
Okay.
way, this is free, and we don't even need an email or anything. The program is completely free, and there's other programs there. Check them out.
right, yeah, this is
This
this is a good deal, Bob.
It's a godsend.
It is.
All right.
Well, thank you.
Thanks for watching.